Every morning you walk onto your allotment and it looks much the same as it did the evening before. The beds are where you left them. The plants are a little taller perhaps. The soil looks undisturbed. But something has been happening out there all night long. Something active, biological, and genuinely remarkable. Your plot has not been resting. It has been working. Most gardeners think of night as a pause, a gap between sessions, the hours when nothing much occurs until the sun returns and the business of growing resumes. That assumption is wrong, and once you understand what is actually unfolding in the dark, you'll start to look at your allotment in an entirely different way. The moment light fades, the temperature on your plot drops, not just in the air, but at the soil surface, inside the leaf canopy, and in the top few centimeters of ground where most root activity happens. That drop is not simply an absence of warmth, it is a trigger, a signal that sets off a cascade of biological processes, each one timed to the dark. Plants shift their energy use when light disappears. During the day, leaves are factories. They capture sunlight and convert it into sugars through photosynthesis. At night, that process stops entirely, but the plant does not go idle. Instead, it begins to transport and distribute. The sugars made during daylight hours travel downward through the phloem, the plant's internal delivery network, moving toward the roots, the developing fruits, and the growing tips. This movement is called translocation, and it happens most actively at night. That is why a courgette left on the plant overnight can be noticeably larger by morning. It is not magic, it is translocation doing its work while you sleep. Below the surface, the night shift is even busier. Earthworms are strongly nocturnal. They avoid the drying effects of daylight and surface in the cool, damp darkness to pull organic matter down into the soil. Every worm cast they leave behind is a concentrated deposit of nutrients in a form plant roots can actually use. A healthy allotment bed might see thousands of these journeys on a single night. Fungi are working too. The mycorrhizal networks threaded through your soil are not resting. Fungal hyphae, the thread-like structures that connect plant roots to the wider soil ecosystem, continue to transport phosphorus and other minerals through the night. The relationship between plant roots and soil fungi does not pause for darkness. It is ongoing, quiet, and extraordinarily productive. Bacteria in the soil also follow nighttime rhythms. Decomposition continues after dark, breaking down organic matter into the mineral forms that roots absorb. The microbial population in healthy soil is never truly still. Something else happens at night that most allotment holders never consider. Dew forms on leaf surfaces as temperatures drop and moisture condenses from the air. That thin film of water is not merely decorative. It raises humidity around the plant and can be absorbed directly through the leaf surface in small quantities. It also affects gas exchange. During the day, plants lose water vapor through tiny pores called stomata. At night, those stomata close in most plants, reducing water loss. But the closing and opening of stomata is also tied to carbon dioxide exchange, which in turn influences how efficiently the plant will photosynthesize the following morning. A plant that has managed its gas exchange well overnight is primed and ready when sunlight returns. Understanding the night cycle is not just interesting, it is practically useful. The timing of your watering, feeding, and harvesting can all be adjusted with the night cycle in mind, and those adjustments genuinely matter. Water in the evening rather than the morning wherever you can. Evening watering reduces evaporation loss dramatically, and it means moisture is available in the soil as the night cycle begins, supporting root activity, fungal networks, and worm movement through the dark hours. If you use a liquid feed, apply it in the late afternoon or early evening. The plant has a full night ahead to absorb and distribute nutrients before the next day's photosynthesis demands begin. Harvest courgettes, beans, and leafy crops in the morning rather than the afternoon. By morning, overnight translocation has done its work. Crops harvested first thing tend to be firmer, more hydrated, and better flavored than those picked in the heat of the afternoon. Protect vulnerable plants before dark, not after. Slugs and snails are also creatures of the night shift. They emerge in the damp coolness after sunset and can devastate seedlings in a matter of hours. Barriers, pellets, and traps are most effective when they are in place before the night begins, not discovered the following morning when the damage is already done. Your plot does not rest at night. Translocation moves sugars to where the plant needs them most. Earthworms, fungi, and bacteria carry on their work in the dark. Adjusting when you water, feed, harvest, and protect can make a measurable difference to what you grow. The night cycle is not a gap in your gardening. It is half of it. So, over to you. Have you ever noticed a dramatic overnight change on your plot? A courgette that doubled in size, seedlings that vanished by morning, or a crop that tasted noticeably different depending on when you picked it. Tell us what happened and when you harvested it in the comments below. And if this helped you understand your plot a little better, subscribe to GROWALLOT Studio. There is always more going on down on the allotment than meets the eye.